Okay, guys. Uh, for those of you who still struggle to win this mutation, here is a little guide. So I'm Stetmann, and in the other corner, my ally Stukov, level 81, so not quite yet ascended, but I checked later. He was at some point of time reach master in versus in 1v1, so he's kind of not the noob, but he didn't play for 10 months and he started playing just this week and ran into this very hard mutation. Um, first thing with Stetmann is you need to get Super Gary as soon as possible. So you build the workers to max on supply on 14, then build geysers and fill them, and of course remax to 2 more workers. Uh, Previously I was not filling the gases before I start a hatch, but I realized that it's better because then you save on 2 workers, because if you fill in 2 workers earlier, you don't have to add the 3rd worker on gas before the Gary is out to get Super Gary. So now I'm building a second hatchery and spreading the satellites in the meantime up, because you don't need you can't afford here to spread satellites to your ally, because you need them here to see what's going on, where the mines are, and so on. So when the second hatch is built, you go to maximum supply again. Do not have 20 workers, then build overlord. Let's see the production. Okay, my ally, if you Stukov, this overlord should spread the creep here, but again, my ally didn't play for 10 months, so he doesn't know about that. Stukov was buffed in the meantime, okay, we had a lucky spawn. As you can see, no mines here. Sometimes they are even on the ramp, in the lower part of the ramp. So now I built a spawning pool, immediately following with a lair, and when lair is built, immediately start infestation pit. So you can start a hive. You shouldn't be able to start a hive. Okay, I was delayed a bit, 2 or 3 seconds. And if you should start a hive at around 3:35, 3:40 at most. And as you can see, now I'll be having hive exactly when the Gary is about to go out, and I also have enough resources to get Super Gary immediately. My ally started second, so he can expand, that's good. Bot spawn was also great because spawned far, and we were fighting Siege of Storms. Now, when this mutation came out, I went for it with random ally. This was also random ally, but I won 3rd or 4th try using infestors. Guys, if you follow CTG, you guys do it also use infestors. But ally has to be perfectly synergized with you to execute this strategy, and that's why I wasn't able to double that with that ally. Was really great. He didn't even build bunkers. He just built 5 or 6 barracks and moving them forward. So this is what you have to do with Stukov. Always constantly building your stuff forward, so you have your structures, either bunkers or barracks, where Orana is. And if allies is even slightly behind, then you're in trouble if you're using investors. So this time I decided to use just Zerglings and Hydralisks because first I need against this composition. Infestors won't be very good. Phoenixes would lift them, and they move fast. So Ravagers can hit them quite good, and against air compositions, Infestors Hydralisks are a lot better option, and Hydralisks are also a very good option against suppression towers. So perhaps if enemy would be just ground, I would just go Zerglings, but then again, I think it's good to always add some Hydralisks to army. And crucial thing is to upgrade these things because, of course, you need the Zerglings to be fast and to reduce incoming damage to a maximum of 10, and that's extremely efficient against mines, and attack speed also is good. Now I was mostly playing in green zone, so I didn't even recharge my Zergling energy, but when they are first created they come full of energy, so this was kind of enough for me. Okay. I'm building a Hydralisk then. And this was the first little trouble here, because Gary is not good against suppression towers, especially when it fires slow as this. The second good thing with the Zerglings is that when they die, and of course you can afford a lot of them to die, unlike Infestors, which are, oh, this was unfortunate. I lost Gary here because I switched to blue zone, so this bot can die faster, so that my allies Infested don't get healing, and I didn't overcharge Stetmann in time and lost Gary. And even with losing Gary is usually catastrophic, but we were able to continue. This ally saved the day with these guys. Unfortunate thing is that he lost them all, but he did some work with this Apocalypse, so when Gary was back up, I was able to proceed. Some Zerglings are borrowed here, just in case. Oh, did I lose those? Oh, I think I did. Yeah, I think I did, and forgot to clean these mines. That was bad. My allies fighting the last harass wave, but I'm too busy here to help. Oh, Super Gary is excellent for tanking the damage of the laser. Can also tank damage of several mines, and with overcharged green zone can heal. And I just have to clean those buildings because before I had to defend because my ally is weak anti-air. So I had to clean those buildings because if the laser gets hold on Orana, it wouldn't let it go, and as long as it has a vision of Orana, it won't jump to another target once it locks on. So this is often a very big problem, so I had to kill those enemies that are near. Okay, so now I can go here. Unfortunately I can't teleport here because they're this, but I was able to do it. Teleport to this, and while teleporting I think the Statelist is currently, I don't know that actually, but I think it's indestructible while in the process of teleporting, so I was able to teleport here. Unfortunately, those three made way to enemy's base and working havoc there, but I decided to go back here. I decided I have no time to deal with them, those, so So with infestors you also have trouble with those suppression towers. Zerglings and Hydralics do that much faster. Okay, I have all upgraded except this, but soon I will have upgrade these two. The range, which is +3, is pretty significant. And with infestors, you have to control them separately, and if you go for as you can see how fast Gary attacks now. Attack speed is okay. No, it's 0.64. I think it's actually a lot faster than it's shown here.
Our allies are being attacked.
The enemy is targeting our data core. You must hurry.
Our army
Okay, I still didn't manage to rebuild these here, but
I have overwritten
there's
3
another
points of
range.
Tal'Darim's alterations. Hold fast.
help your friends.
Okay, now I'm keeping blue zone so these Zerglings don't,
Our allies
so the green zone don't out-heal the damage the bot does. Okay, now bot is dead.
our allies are being attacked. Our army be scrapping. Your forces are
Despite the odds, everything has been fully reset.
And
But Tal'Darim has gained
okay, I
control
still
of the
didn't.
data core.
I actually forgot to upgrade,
The personalities it
but
has.
these upgrades are more important. Okay, there are mines here. So with Infestor, this is where I often stopped. I wasn't fast enough to push, and with combining Gary and Zerglings and Hydralisk, I was a lot faster.
Nothing more to do here. I shall move on to the next area in a moment.
Okay, so you have to constantly produce. I even had just 3 hatcheries, but I decided to postpone the building of new ones until I cleaned the way to the 4th conduit, and then to build hatcheries here. Now the most important job is to clean the path, because Arena is on her way. While my ally
Hey, help your
building
friends.
bunkers here.
Our army be scrapping.
Okay.
We have an enemy attack inbound.
Enemy attack.
Our allies are being attacked.
I think I let my ally do this. He fortunately had Alexander to deal with it.
Considerable wait time
I
ahead.
think it will be out right about now.
Help your friends. Our army be scrapping.
Yeah.
I require aid. System defenses have been activated against me.
Okay, I was in a little trouble here,
Activated.
because I can't believe there is a suppression tower running, and it was this down here. So okay, let's pause. If you don't know the spawn locations, it's okay, here there are just 2, so it can be either here or here. If here there are 3, 1, 2, 3, and there are 2 towers, so if the first one is here, the second one will be here. If the first one is here, then the second one will be down here. Okay, here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 locations, possible spawning locations, and we have 3 towers that will spawn. So if the first one was here, then the second one will be up the hill here, and the third one will be here. If now, when the first one is down here, so not here but down here, then the second one will be this one, and the third one will be this one. Okay, so remember that. So, but I can't leave Orana because there are too many killbots, and if I leave, they will start attacking. They're attacking actually already. So my ally had the wrong choice here. He had to take over, but instead he engaged Colossi with these, and the result was pretty much catastrophic for him. Okay, he did take one down one, but Colossi are great against this kind of units. So I waited to see what will transpire. So the second batch is coming, and I now paused, and I said take care of bots at the tower. And as you can see, I can do it a lot faster because I have hydralisks. Hydralisks have great anti-air, so this is a lot better turn of events than if I would kill feed bots and let my ally. So I tell them to guard Orana because I have to take the bot. So next one will be not bot but tower. Okay, I lost a lot of stuff because there are mines up here, so I realized that, and I went to clean them. Yeah.
Help your friends.
Got it.
I have regained control
See
of
how
50% of our
fast he
systems,
can attack now.
but it hasn't been easy.
Okay.
Detecting another suppression tower.
I thought I'm going to help ally, but realized, okay, now I have to first clean the tower. Okay. And the tower will be going down pretty fast. Okay, my ally kinda managed to
The corruption
at least stall these things with the apocalypse, and
quickly.
have to help, of course. And now the third is the easiest to deal with because it's isolated, there are no guards with this one, unlike if it was here. Okay, these now there are killbots with 15 count, they start spawning at 20 minutes and I think 15 seconds or so. So I realized this in the last moment, and my ally tried to infest my structure. Okay, I lost this to the last harass wave. This was unfortunate because I was cleaning there and I realized I had to go back. Okay, now Orana is safe, so the worst thing could be to try to feed all these bots, so I decided to let them to ally and push, because that's what I have to do. And in the end, okay, I'll show you later. Okay, so now these Zerglings, you can see a lot of them survived actually. That's the Egonergy allows them, and the upgrade allows them to survive mines, because if it was like Zagara's Zerglings or so, they will all be dead. Or Kerrigans. Okay. Now Ally's here to feed the bots. I'm building the hatchery here. But the bad thing, okay, this thing is still running, but not quite such. And yes, that was my bad. I pulled some workers to build some hatcheries. Some of them got destroyed, and they didn't remax. That was my bad here, and almost cost us the game. So this is the most critical phase of the game, to escort the Orana here and to stabilize, because at this point there are a lot of guards here, and at this point of the game there are a lot of bots spawning. Okay, this bot will destroy my base, because I was too busy here to pay attention on the other side, and my ally perhaps too. My ally was actually cleaning here, and that was that was good, but he didn't have detection here. Some mines are still here. Okay, so we kind of stabilized here, and Orana is at lost less than 10,000 of her
Can you prove him wrong?
health, and
Our allies are being attacked.
okay, damage taken reduced by 20%. That's really good.
Enemy suppression tower activated. We can only move in secrecy for a little longer. Natal Dareem will find the data core soon. Tower attacks have temporarily disabled my systems.
Yeah. Okay, I rebuild this stuff.
Our army be scrapped.
This was destroyed, I rebuild it, and now these guys are repairing it. I think they will be able to repair it and to hold this bot.
Allies' base is under
And I think their repairs are
attack.
cost less than these guys are bringing, so
Army be scrapped.
this was kinda good. But again, this was bad. I failed to mention that my primary hive is not producing optimally.
Data core. Be swift.
Okay, I cleaned these, and then my ally pinged that I have to,
Quickly.
because he has no anti-air, so I have
Reach the halfway point.
had to return to Arana. Okay, so the first one is destroyed. I again told my ally to guard Arana because I had to. I'm a lot faster at destroying
The enemy strikes
the
on
bots
data core.
than he is. Okay. Okay, at this point there's a lot of infested. Here them upgraded to produce
Just what we needed.
broadlinks,
The
so
data core has been corrupted. There were no backups for the personalities within. My work here is nearly finished, if you can believe it.
now we just have to destroy those two remaining towers, and
The enemy is breaking
it's
apart
done.
my transport.
Okay.
I will have to ask for more.
Now I have a hatchery here, but I'm not able to produce much because I'm out of resources.
Transport systems are near failure.
And now there are two bots.
Our allies
And I think this will finally go down, but the repair dudes managed to stall the bots enough for us to win. So now what we have to do here is just hold on, and luckily the last wave was from here. Okay, let's stop, let's pause. So first suppression, so this here we have 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh wait, let's start from here. Okay, this one is from this country, so 1, 2, 3. Okay, this one is a dummy. 4, 5. Okay, I count well. Okay, let's see, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, this is dummy, so that's 4, 5. And first one is here. Then, okay, did I remember this correctly? And the first one is here. Then the second one will be here. Yeah, the second one will then be here. And then the double will be, no, that will be here and up here. Okay, if the first one is this one, then the second one will be this far one, and the double will be this one here and this one here. Okay, so that's it. And fortunately my ally predicted that they will be coming from here, so he sent his troops here. His troops are kinda dying, but he just had to stall until we win, and I was here to prevent any unforeseen events like bots or so. And well, I was relieved that he finally managed to win after, I don't know, 20 or so tries. And so now let me just show you the statistics. Okay, these are the statistics. So I had 66%, so almost double my ally skills, but it was my duty here because my ally was mostly feeding the bots. As you can see, 512 units sacrificed to bots. I had only 112, and he also cleaned a pretty big amount of mines. I cleaned more. I cleaned 115, and he cleaned 71. And so this was a division of duties. I mostly cleaned the mines and push, kill enemies, and his job is mostly to feed the bots. It's just the glitch here. I lost the Gary, and I saw that usually, I don't know, it's just for Stetmann, I think. So it's if heroic units are also counted if you lose the Hawk or Kerrigan, it's shown here. So it should be like created 2 and lost 1. Perhaps it's because of the Gary is the hero that doesn't come upgraded. It should be upgraded, so it confuses the system. I don't know. I'll tell Maguro when I see him online. And so Super Gary, as you can see, 57% kills. And against Siege of Storms, I would never be able to do this with Infestors. So yeah. Hydralisk some kills, and Hydralisk was mostly valuable for killing the air units and killing the suppression towers. Zerglings not many kills, but their use was actually mostly to tank the mine damage, and deactivate the mines because they set them on cooldown, so I can destroy them, and to feeding Gary's attack speed and healing Gary. Okay, and my ally had masteries of. I never choose my masteries. I always use them. Stetmann's masteries like Gary ability, kill and stand bonuses, and destruction more freight. But usually with Stukov I use volatile infested spawn chains, but in these mutations my ally choose well to infest structure cooldown to feed the bots better, and I would choose Alexander cooldown actually here, especially because we are fighting air, and of course infested infantry duration. If you go mass Diamondbacks, you also choose this option because there's a bug. Diamondbacks are still not affected by that mastery. Wizard has to fix that. So mech attacks, you use mech attack speed if you go like air, I don't know, liberators, or if you go siege tanks, but it's not affected. Diamondbacks are not affected, so if you go mass Diamondbacks, you leave your effects as infested infantry duration, and of course for this mutation it's mandatory. So Apocalypse, most kills, infested trooper, civilian Bruno Alexander, and Aemon of course had Killbots had most kills, followed by Brado and Spider Mines, and actual Aemon's units had less. Aemon's standard units. Okay, that was it. APM, well, kinda good for Statman. Zagara usually has the most APM. When I play Zagara, I had like 170, 180, and 190 even APM. With Abatur also the highest, but well, this was pretty good for Statman. And yeah, you can see all this Siege of Storms. And that's it. Okay, guys, thank you for watching.